Just moments ago, President Trump finished his State of the Union speech. And you know, it started like every other State of the Union speech. He made a grand entrance, he shook hands with people he pretended to recognize. Look at him over there, met up with his friends, look at him there, oh yeah, white power, yeah. I love that, the two guys behind it. You know what I love about Paul Ryan and Mike Pence? It always looks like his chaperones are there for the evening, just like, read the words. Now, as you know, the State of the Union is an annual speech when the president gives Congress his ideas for what he wants to do in the coming year. And then Congress applauds for those ideas, and then none of it ever happens. And everyone attends. You had the generals and the Supreme Court justices. You had Mitch McConnell in the audience. And of course, Ted Cruz was watching from his usual seats, far away from humans who will never love him. Oh, and a special appearance by Dr. Ben Carson, who was there watching from the sunken place. Yeah, all the great names. But this year, there were a number of empty seats.
Some Democrats now saying that they don't want to, quote, honor the president by attending the State of the Union address.
There's a lengthy list now, including Maxine Waters, a Democrat who says the president doesn't deserve her attention. Frederica Wilson, another rep, says it would be an embarrassment for her to be seen there.
An embarrassment for her to be seen there. I don't want my friends seeing me there. That's right, about a dozen Democrats boycotted the State of the Union. In fact, there were so many black women missing that Boko Haram tried to take credit for it. And as for I've got an ooh jar. Was that an ooh? We can put that in the ooh jar. Oh, another one. I'll take two. I've never had two from one thing. Thank you. Now, as for the Democrats who did show up, a number of them wore black in solidarity with the Time's Up movement, right? It was either that or they thought they were attending a funeral for the English language. It's unclear right now. There was one thing that I find particularly interesting about these gatherings for the State of the Union, and that's the designated survivor. You know what that is, right? Right? One person who has to stay behind in case, God forbid, everything goes wrong to the people gathered in the room. Well, this year's designated survivor was the Secretary of Agriculture. Yeah. I was like, what's that person going to do in an attack? It's just like, Secretary, North Korea's launched the attack. Bring me the cabbage. But let's get to the speech itself, which started with Donald Trump praising himself for the one thing he actually got done this year.
Just as I promised the American people from this podium 11 months ago, we enacted the biggest tax cuts and reforms in American history.
Oh, Mitch looks so happy. Yeah, he smiles, although he's the only person whose mouth gets smaller when he smiles. That's weird. And am I the only one who thinks that when Mitch McConnell smiles, he looks like he just poisoned someone's drink and they're about to sip it? Like he's like, Now, look, needless to say, like most of Trump's biggest things, these tax cuts were not, in fact, the biggest tax cuts in American history. This is a lie. It's nowhere near it. But this wasn't a night for facts. If you came here for facts, you came here for the wrong thing. All right? Tonight was all about celebrating President Trump. And he was in such a good mood that he even reached across the aisle. And not just to grope someone, but to try and get things done.
Tonight, I call upon all of us to set aside our differences, to seek out common ground, and to summon the unity we need to deliver for the people. This is really the key. These are the people we were elected to serve.
Oh, so now you want common ground. Like, Trump is the person who always starts the fight. You know, he's the troublemaker who's like, okay, we're not fighting anymore. We're not fighting. Ah! Okay, no more fighting. Time out. No more fighting. Ah! One more, no more. And by the way, Chuck and Nancy's faces, did you see that? They look like Trump also cheated on them with Stormy Daniels. I'm still not... Oh, I'll take that. Thank you. We're live, baby.